Cosmic Conversations. I'm your hostess, Marla Martenson, and I'm with the fabulous, amazing psychic Toni Green. Hey, Toni.
Hey, Marla, how are you? Hey, everybody, what's up?
Hey, I'm so happy to be back with her because we are going to be talking about the sacral chakra, the second chakra, the pleasure center, baby. Woo!
I know, I'm so excited about this one. This one is all about the emotional body. It's all about sensuality and sexuality. That's what this chakra. And location, Marla?
Oh, yes, the location is just below the navel there in the abdomen area, and the color is orange. That's why Toni's wearing an orange top. I'm wearing a semi-orange top, and I've got some crystals to show you that go well with it, but basically, you know, to talk about the second chakra, it's our passion and pleasure center, located in the pelvic area. We did a video on the root chakra, which is talks about survival and family and being rooted and everything. But the second chakra seeks pleasure and enjoyment. And
Yes.
Toni and I were talking about, you know, sexually, how our society, United States, one hand we glorify sex. We have, you know, models, the Victoria's Secret models and the Sports Illustrated and sexy models selling cars and hamburgers and what have you. And it's sex, 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 and looks, and youth, youth, youth. And then on the other hand, we're very puritanical where, you know, there's shame around sex often too. And we, unlike Europe, you know, you can't show a nipple, or it's like everything's blotted out. And in Europe, you can go topless on the beach, or it's very natural. The body's natural. And here we're very like cover it up. So it's kind of confusing, right?
Yeah, I think in America, we try to keep our young as pure and innocent as long as possible. We don't want them to see certain things. We don't want them to experience certain things. And we have a lot of rules and regulations that work like to our advantage in marriage. You can only be with us. But if you go to France or Europe or any of those areas, even in their commercials, it's like not a big, the breasts are no big deal. No. The boobies, they're every place. On TV, on the beach. In France, it's, my understanding, I've not been to France, but it's my understanding it's normal to take a lover in France.
Oh, well, that one I can tell you because I have an ex-husband who's French. I've spent a lot of time in France, and and people tend to think that like, oh, the women don't mind if the men take lovers. They mind. I have French girlfriends, and when their boyfriend they found out, they were hopping mad. I mean, they don't want but. For instance, like a president, if they find out, like Mitterrand, he had a mistress, she was at his funeral, and, you know, it's more taken in stride, it's nobody's business, whereas here, we want to tell everybody about it. But when I was in France, I'll tell you a funny story. So I'm on the beach, and I see a woman, you know, walking topless, and the first thing, and I knew that they did that, but at first blush, at first glance, I was shocked. I was like, wait, you forgot your top fell off. It was almost like, because we don't do that. We're not used to seeing it. So I was like, and then I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's right. They do it here. And then watching a commercial, you know, a woman's in the shower. It's a soap commercial and she's completely nude, but like side view, and she's soaping herself up, and it's just the body. It's completely normal. It was so interesting, you know? Yeah. So.
Yeah, I spent 3 months in Japan, and a woman introduced herself to me. She was with a man, and she said, oh, I am his second wife. And I was much younger then, and I went, in my mind, the way I processed it, I'm like, oh, you can have 2 wives here? And she giggled like they do, like the jet. She was like, and she goes, no. We are not married, but I am his second wife.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, that's just what they call the mistress there.
Interesting, yes.
And she said, everybody has a second wife. I said, and that's okay? She said, not with the first one.
So that can have things like that can have our second chakra spinning out of alignment, you know?
Yeah. Yes, exactly, because that is the emotions that take over then. This is my man. This is my relationship. I'm so hurt, angry, sad, frustrated.
Yeah. Exactly. And it's also the center of creativity, passion. It fuels the creative energy, whether it's, even creating a baby, creating your website, drawing, dancing, writing, whatever. So the creativity flows from the second chakra.
Yeah, and when the second chakra is out of balance, that's when sex addictions,
Okay.
too many fantasies, drug addictions come into play. All of those addictions can come from the second chakra. So, a dependency or codependency with people also comes from the second chakra.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, if somebody's experiencing any of that, they might want to get some second chakra work done.
Okay, and what would you suggest for as second chakra work?
You can go to, of course, an energy healer like yourself or myself. We both do energy work. But also, some of the things they say that can put your second chakra right back in balance: meditation, dancing, running is a big one. Running really can put you back into that. I do my hands like their little feet running. Right back into it, and singing and yoga. The sun salutation.
I've been doing a lot of yoga. I love yoga now.
That's so awesome. If you can't run, do yoga. If for some reason your knees or you just don't want to run, meditate and do yoga. It won't only help the second chakra, but guess what? Straight up and down, all of them.
Yes, and it aligns you. And I've found I never used to like yoga because I like the aerobics. I like moving. Got a lot of energy. But I found that as I'm getting older, I'm getting so much stronger. Your core, your arms, it's the strength and the flexibility is noticeably different just in the past couple months of doing regular yoga. So I'm really loving that.
So now you know about a few stones and crystals.
I do. Now I'm wearing some amber. This is a necklace that my husband bought me in Hamburg, Germany, when we were there in 2006 for the World Cup. So we went there, and then these earrings are from Russia. They're amber. A friend's mother came back from Russia and brought these to me. I love them. Then I'm wearing some carnelian, which is a orangey, and I've got this beautiful heart. Look at this heart. I could not resist buying this carnelian heart. Is that amazing?
That is gorgeous. That is just brilliant and gorgeous. Yeah. Did you see that? Can you put it back up the other way again?
It looks like roses in it almost.
Yeah, if you look at it closely, there are little, I'm going to point to it on the camera. I don't know if anybody can see it, but right there, it looks to me like sort of an angel wings in there, or an angel in there. I don't know. Maybe that's just, I see angels everywhere though.
I love it. And then there's citrine, which is good, and it's also good for the third chakra too, the solar plexus. And then this is a new acquisition because I know it's good for the second chakra, orange calcite.
Nice.
And it just kind of reminds me of like an orange popsicle or something. When I was a kid, it's all smooth and just beautiful sunny color. I just love it. So yeah, I wear those. And then the elements, so all these chakras have an element, a color. So of course the color is orange. The element is water. You've got your urinary tract there and everything. The endocrine gland that it's associated with is the ovaries and the testicles. The developmental stage of it, because they all have a developmental stage, is 6 months to 2 years when you're just coming up there. Let's see, the plane is the astral plane, the planets Mercury, Jupiter, and the moon. Herbs that correspond with the second chakra: fennel and coriander. Incense, gardenia. The deity, Vishnu. So you can also soothe the second chakra with purple gemstones too, like amethyst and then clear quartz aligns all of them. So you could just, if you don't have anything, clear quartz will align all of your chakras. Oh, and then foods, oranges, carrots, sweet potatoes, peaches, apricots, mangoes, papayas, pumpkin, mandarins. All sacral foods. They're flax, poppy, sesame, hemp, pumpkin, sunflower seeds, they're all therapeutic for the sacral chakra. And rich sources of healthy fats. So if you eat fish, wild-caught salmon is a good one. Hey, Toni, you have a healing technique that people can do working on themselves alone. So show us that.
So if you want to work on your sacral chakra, you just put your hands about this far apart. You think energy in your hand, and then you rotate them just a little bit. And you should start to feel something. It comes pretty quickly for me because I'm always working in this. And you should feel it. Now, if you pull one hand out, you'll feel it. And if you push it back, there might be a little pressure. Now, you take your hands and you direct them at the sacral chakra. Now, if you want to work on 2 chakras at once, you can do the sacral, and let's just say the heart or the root, whatever. And you can hold one hand over the sacral and then go up and down to each and every chakra. Now, remember, you have to go a little bit below the groin and a little bit above the head. And just keep doing that. And then you can, once you get your hand over that sacral chakra, you can also, about 6 to 12 inches away from that sacral chakra, just make a rotating circle, not circus, circle. And you'll feel that energy start to go. Now, the longer it takes you to feel it, the more ignored your sacral chakra may have been. Oh. And it's now that energy is starting to build again. But if you want to know, you get that energy in your hand and you go to each chakra. Uh-huh. If you're not feeling a response, that tells you something, that energy isn't as strong as it should be in that area. And we'll go through each chakra and help you learn little tools and tricks. You can put any of those stones that Marla mentioned on any and all of your chakras to help get that energy going stronger again.
And when you say if you don't feel a response, what do you mean? If you just don't feel any energy there?
Right, yeah. Like if you have energy in your hand, right, and I go to my heart, I should feel something.
Okay, got it. Yes.
Right, I should feel something. If I'm not, I can kind of go back and forth, and then it might take a moment, so I might want to go out and come in. And when I come back in, I feel
I can feel heat at my heat.
See, yes. So then if we go down to the next one, again, we should feel something. If we don't, we could just, do that little rotation. Mm-hmm. Now, if you put a stone on there, like take your citrine and put it, listen to me be the boss of you. Marla, take your citrine and put it on a chakra. And then take that energy and go above it. Now watch how different that feels now. Awesome, right?
Yeah, awesome. Woohoo! All right, you guys, so let us know your experiences with the sacral chakra. Are you in alignment, out of alignment? Do you have any tips for us? Let us know. And I also want to tell you guys before we close, so for my business partner's birthday, I purchased her a session with Toni, and she had a session, psychic, I don't know what you guys did, but a reading. And she told me that it was so freaking amazing. And she says, I'm so excited about my life right now. And Toni was so amazing. So you guys, Toni's links are below if you want to get a reading from her. And it makes a great gift. I love giving readings to my girlfriends for birthdays. It's just, and somebody gave me one for even my, when I was getting married, for before I got married. It was so much fun. So instead of having another knickknack to put in the drawer or something you don't need, you don't know what to get somebody, a reading is always fantastic. That's my favorite gift. So anyway, keep that in mind. And see you guys next time. Much love. Bye.